Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MJR YouTube channel for today's political analysis. As I continue to analyze President William Ruto's Mount Kenya tour, I still want to reiterate that I will continue to focus on the political aspect of this tour. You know, there are a lot of things to be observed during such kind of presidential tour. But as MJR, you know that we are based on political analysis. Therefore, I am just going to do the impact of Ruto's tour on his political future. This tour was largely associated to politics of 2027. Not even the development, the projects, and how it will impact the people of Mount Kenya economically. But what people wanted to see and to test was the political aspect of this. And there are a lot of things in terms of politics. And a lot of energy was invested in the politics part of this tour. Like any other event, there is always preparation for the event or prior to the day of the occasion. There is a very fun video here from Kirinyaga. It has gone viral in Twitter, and I want you to have a look at that video. Then I'm going to do analysis about it.
Na tukikaribisha wenzetu kutoka eneo zote za Kenya. Harambee! Kenya kwanza! Kenya kwanza! Kazi kazi! Kazi ni kazi! Bora! Uchumi bora! Kenya mbali!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those who have not subscribed to MJR YouTube channel, it is my appeal to you that whoever is coming across our channel or our video, take a moment, a minute or two to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we get that support that is needed to achieve the requirement for monetization. And to our subscribers, we want to say that we are so grateful. I thank you for the support you've shown MJR since in its inception. Now, there is a tendency in politics. Politics is about mobilization. And the mobilization is done by the abject abandon. And the reason behind this mobilization is to achieve a certain political goal. And this goal is to give the support, the ululation, the feedback when one is addressing a crowd. One wants to address a charged crowd. And that's why politicians do mobilization. Once the crowd is charged, then it will be assumed that you are the most popular or the most loved politician for that manner. So Anne Waiguru was preparing the border riders for Ruto's event on how they will welcome the president and back up the speeches of both Waiguru and the president. And that worked out very well in Kiago, I don't know, Kigo or Kiago town in Kirinyaga, for those who knows that area. It worked for them. For the opponents to see that politician is at the darling of the people. But that one aside, look at this video here. This video here is shared by The Nation, and it was captured when a Kikuyu member of parliament, who is also the majority leader in the National Assembly, was trying to address the people of Olkalau in Nyandarua County. But that is where now mobilization comes to play. There was the point of disapproval from the crowd. Section of that crowd were chanting the points of disapproval. In other words, we can say Kimani Ichung'wah was heckled in Olkalau.
Mheshimiwa Kimani Ichung'wah, leader wa majority katika bunge la kitaifa. Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi akaida mwela holai ndio digabana hawa watu wa Kwale. Mheshimiwa Rais, wamesema hii affordable housing iko hapa, ile mawe yote inajengwa hapo, ikiwekwa kabla ipewe hawa vijana wa affordable housing. Leo mwenene niyo yataragwo na aria tuga guku Karau na Nyandarua yothe gutire mundu ukwenderio guoya, na nie ndiendagerio guoya, niguo kana tiguo? Mwathani amurathime, asanteni sana.
But what does this signify? It signifies that the people of Olkalau were not in support of either Ichung'wah's speech or that tour in total, the presidential tour in total. But why would this happen? This is also an eye-opener to the president. For him to understand that the ground is changing and that the ground has shifted their allegiance from him to somebody else or to a certain ideology. You know, as much as people may argue that Kimani Ichung'wah was not so concerned by this this heckling, but as a key figure in Kenya Kwanza administration and as a person who was in the forefront during the mobilization and the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment, he must now know that Mount Kenya has shifted from William Ruto to either Rigathi Gachagua or somebody else, or maybe they don't subscribe to William Ruto's ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, the summary of this journey is that it has achieved very little, because each side of the political divide were trying to achieve something out of this too. Those who are opposed to President William Ruto would mobilize the citizens or a certain crowd to go and heckle leaders while speaking. Because it was worse in Nyandarua today, where even the women representative, Faith Gitau, would not be given the oxygen of publicity or to address her constituents. This shows you that a lot of mobilization taken place. Yesterday, we saw that or not even yesterday, the other day, the first day, Narumoro also, I shared that video yesterday. Such kind of behavior was reported and was captured on camera. Therefore, because all eyes and most of the people were focused on the politics of the mountain and the outcome of President's tour, because this being the first tour since the impeachment of his former deputy, Rigathi Gachagua, and a litmus test of the reception of Professor Kithure Kindiki as the senior-most political leader from the mountain currently. And a lot of work needed to be done. What we should now see, or what I would have wanted the UDA side to do, was to allow these elected leaders to go to the ground themselves. Because it is said that President William Samoei Ruto had endeared himself to the people of the mountain before even appointing Rigathi Gachagua to be his deputy. And for that reason, Rigathi did not contribute much to his rich vote basket of Mount Kenya. And many people thought that removal of Rigathi Gachagua from office was inconsequential. It didn't affect much. It had no harm on Ruto's relationship with the people of the mountain. But now, you know, home is home. They say that the prophet has got no honor in his own home. But Rigathi Gachagua, being a son of the soil, he must have some say. More so after arising to arising to that position of deputy president. He must have built some support base, some followers would come now into his circle or political command, because currently there is no any other leader that can command the mountain apart from Rigathi Gachagua, who had been elevated to the position of deputy president. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time, and may God bless you.